guys, She-Bulk here. Why is he showing his pussy to the camera? Alright, thank you. What's up, you guys? She-Bulk here, or should I say, She Uncut here. Yes, because that's the clever username I've decided to go with for this YouTube channel, podcast, whatever you want to call it. So, the reason I made this channel is because I love to talk to you guys about everything, and I love to just ramble on and on and on, but I don't get to do that in my normal content because, first of all, I make 30 videos a day anyways, so sometimes I need to take a break. In my other channel, I want to be like the more fun stuff. I want to do more interesting things. Next week I have a video lined up where I'm going to play Roblox gym games, and yeah, like fun, entertaining stuff, and this is going to be the place where it's talking and you can just have it on while you're at the gym or whatever, and I'm going to be talking about different things every week. It's either going to be gym related or non-gym related. It's just going to be whatever the frick I want to talk about on a weekly basis. These videos are going to come out every freaking Friday. Now let me grab something before we get started. I got my very first She-Hulk Funko Pop, guys. So obviously, as you guys know, my name on every social media is She-Bulk. I'm gonna tell you guys a story behind that. Basically, one day, me and my boyfriend were in my room, and he was like, "If you ever made a fitness account, it should be called She-Bulk," because I was at the time I was bulked. Like, I thought it was so funny, and I was like, that is really the perfect name. But also because we really like Marvel. I really love Marvel. I know mostly talk about anime because right now I'm just really into anime, but Marvel, like, I love it so much. I got like really obsessed with Marvel when Endgame came out. Before that, I didn't really have that much interest in it. But then when Endgame came out and I watched all the movies in chronological order, I was like obsessed with it. So yeah, She-Hulk, the show, honestly, like, wasn't that bad to me. I didn't love how much they nerfed the regular Hulk. Like, I love the Hulk. He's one of my favorite characters. I love Mark Ruffalo, so yeah, I love the Hulk. So when he was all weak and old, it just made me sad. So I didn't love that part. And then obviously, like, it wasn't the funniest show ever, but I mean, sometimes things are bad, and that's okay. Like, remember I tried to watch, what was the WandaVision spinoff? You guys know the one. And sometimes there's so much Gen Z and Gen Alpha language, like, incorrectly used in film that I just can't watch it anymore. I'm like, what the hell is this? Anyways, guys, I'm going so off topic. What we're really doing here is a Q and freaking A. Alright, so I'm gonna go to my Instagram. And I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna scroll through. We're gonna choose from there. Because I asked you guys to ask me some questions. Closing my eyes. Of course, the first one that I stumbled across says, could you make arm wrestling videos? Is that serious? Like, why was that? Okay, let me try again. How long did it take for you to see progress in the gym and your health? Honestly, I would say progress. That really depends on what you mean. Because I felt my body feeling stronger in literally, like, sorry if you saw my dirty ass sock, dude. Actually, I'm not apologizing. We all have dirty socks. Anyways, when I first felt my body feel stronger was probably when I was about 6 months into the gym. Like, I actually felt a difference with, like, outside things, like lifting things up, getting up off the floor. Sorry, I have the hiccups from drinking my diet soda. Getting up off the floor, walking for longer, things like that were getting a lot easier. But if most of you guys know my journey, I gained 100 pounds or 90 pounds in my first year of the gym. I'm working out like somewhat consistently, like not really tracking anything, just going to the gym, but also like really having eating problems, like really horrible problems with eating. And so I did feel some negative side effects from that, but if you want to talk about seeing visual progress, that would take me about 2 years, like to actually be like, okay, she goes to the gym, or like you look different from when you first started, you actually look more muscular. Yeah, about 2 years. All right, let me get another one. What advice would you give to someone struggling to stay motivated and consistent? Honestly, the best advice I can give to somebody who's trying to stay motivated and consistent is to just stop trying to think of motivation as this tangible thing that you have to have in order to work out, because it's just not true. You don't have to be motivated to do anything to do it. When I think of motivation, I think of like life, right? Am I motivated to keep my house clean? Absolutely not. Like, when I get home after a long day, the last thing that I want to do is clean my house, right? But then think about like the repercussions that come with that. I don't clean my house one night, right? Then that's subconsciously telling myself it's okay not to clean my house again. One time I can get away with it, it's fine, because I'll do it next week, right? But then if I don't, it's constantly reassuring to yourself that you're not going to do it, if that makes sense. Like, you're telling yourself it's okay that you skipped it. Like, okay that you didn't clean your house, right? So then you don't clean your house again. And then you go from having the clean house to having the disgusting hoarding house. You know what I mean? It's short, but it's over time. And when you think about motivation for the gym, it's the same way. If you skip the gym because, well, I'm not motivated, then, okay, go, and that one time maybe it's fine, and you can, build your physique, like, you can maintain your physique after skipping one time, but then you don't go again because you've subconsciously told yourself that you skip the gym. You are a person that skips the gym. Like, about the messaging that you're giving yourself. And I feel like a lot of people need to remember that motivation is not even real. Like, not even a real emotion, if you think about it. I mean, the things that we naturally feel is, like, happy and sad. And, like, anger, and, at the end of the day, like, even if we're happy, like, motivation isn't really an emotion. It's not something you can produce naturally. It's like, motivation is more results. That's what I feel like people mean when they say I need to be motivated. They mean I want to see results now, but you have to accept that that's never going to happen. You're never just going to go in and see results. Even when you're super jacked, you're still not going to want to go to the gym because you're so used to relying on motivation. Relying on motivation is just horrible. So I would say stop relying on motivation and just force yourself to go even if you don't want to. I had to do. I used to be so lazy before I started going to the gym that I would lay in my bed for so long that I would get a UTI because I wouldn't even get up to go pee. Like, I would lay in my bed and hold my pee because I have ADHD and I wasn't doing anything to manage it. Like, I wasn't taking any of the proper steps. So that's how lazy I was. That's how unmotivated I was to even go pee. Showering and stuff like that. Alright, get another question going. Second one, we're going to answer 10 questions, 6 or 7 questions. Let me try another one because I just got the same exact question, basically. Do you recommend mainstream gyms like Planet Fitness or LA for beginners or local gyms? Question, well, obviously I have to say that I would suggest a local gym because you're supporting a local business, and further and further we go with society, the more taxation they're put under and the less they're going to be able to run. So I would say if there's a local gym near you, go to one of those, unless it's like shit or something. If it is, like, somebody else will like it, but I would say go to a local gym just so you can support local businesses. But as for commercial or local, it's the same machines, you know what I mean? Like, there's a local gym near me that had adequate machinery and equipment, I would go to that one. But I don't have one near me that's local that has adequate machinery, etc. So yeah, I would say whatever's closest to you and whatever's cheapest. If you can't do local, if you can't do commercial. What story should I read? Whisper Me a Love Song. That's a good, cute one for you to read. It's like a cute little musical one. It's like, it's musical, it's cute. That's what I'm going to suggest for you. Most of these questions have the word yaoi in them, so I'm excited to see that. What's been the best part about your gym journey, besides being shredded? The best part about my gym journey is the fact that I actually really like myself now. And not like physically, I didn't have a lot of respect for myself before I started going to the gym in a lot of ways. But like the biggest factor, just the fact that I just didn't think I was a person that deserved respect. And not in the sense like every person deserves respect, but I don't feel like I deserve my own respect because I was constantly letting myself down, almost disrespecting myself in a sense, because before I started going to the gym, it was like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I would never do anything. Like, it's just a constant, goal of telling myself I want to do things, then not doing it, then being disappointed, and then being sad, and then, starting the whole thing over. And ever since I started going to the gym, I genuinely, I respect myself so much. I don't care about anybody's opinion of me, because I only care about my own opinion of myself, because I feel like I deserve my respect. I'm not saying don't respect yourself at any point of your life, but it felt like I couldn't respect myself because I felt like I was constantly disrespecting myself, if that makes sense. Like, it's hard to feel self-love at a true level because I was constantly just not doing things that I knew I should be doing and constantly making choices that did not align with the life I wanted. So once I started going to the gym, which getting healthy has always been something I've always wanted to do, and it's felt like it had a hold on my life, my entire life. Once I actually started going to the gym, it helped with so many aspects of my life, like my confidence, my self-love, everything like that. So I would say that's my best part of my gym journey, is the self-confidence I've gotten from it. Number 4, I think. Friends say that if you train chest, your boobs become smaller because you lose fat. For real? Okay, so it's interesting, okay? A lot of people have this same sentiment, but it doesn't make sense, right? Think about, glutes, right? If you hit glutes, is your butt gonna get smaller? Think about that logically. Has anybody ever told you that either? Has anybody ever been like, don't hit glutes, it's gonna make your butt smaller? No, they said hit glutes, it's gonna make your butt bigger. Why? Because you're growing muscle underneath your fat, which can change the way the fat looks when it sits on top of your butt, right? So when people say hitting chest is going to make your boobs smaller, how does that make any sense? Also, if we understand that losing fat can only happen from a calorie deficit, why would it happen just because you hit chest? If you hit chest and you have boobs, right? Hitting chest is not going to make them go away. If anything, it's going to make them appear larger or change the way they look when they sit on your body. Maybe make them go up a little bit, maybe make them protrude forward a little bit more, but it's not going to make them lose fat. If you get in a calorie deficit and hit chest, it might change the way your boobs look. Like you might have pecs up here and then boobs, which depending on your body type, it's going to look different to everybody. Or when you lose fat, you'll lose your boobs because you had a lot of fatty tissue on your breast. Because on your boobs, there's breast tissue and there's fatty tissue. If you have fatty tissue, it's going to go away when you lose weight, but the breast tissue is going to stay. So any breast tissue you have is going to stay regardless of your weight, but the fatty tissue will leave when you lose weight, if that makes sense. So short answer, no, long answer, whatever. Number 4 question, what is your split if you haven't told us already? All right, current split just changed this week is upper lower push pull legs. My old split was upper lower rest it was upper lower glutes upper lower. The reason I'm not doing that anymore is because I got bored of doing the upper and lower workouts. I just got bored of them, and because my glutes I just feel like are fine. Like I don't see an issue in my glutes. They don't really need that extra push anymore. They did for a little bit. Now I feel like they're out, and my upper body is actually lacking in certain muscle groups like my delts. My lats are wider now, which is good, but delts are really lacking, front, side, and rear, honestly. And my biceps need some extra work, so that's why I switched it over to upper lower push-pull legs. And honestly, I haven't even finished the week yet, but I'm super excited to have 3 upper body days. I've only ever done 3 lower body days because my upper body gains muscle a little bit faster, but now that I've been going to the gym for 3 years, it's like my upper body's actually being more stubborn, so I'm excited to work on that more because my legs are pretty good right now. My legs are fine. I grow muscle in my legs like easily, and also I'm on the cut, so once I cut back and I see more of like I think needs to be fixed, I'll adjust it from there, but right now it's looking like 3 upper body days and 2 leg days is going to be okay. All right, last question. I think I saw one that I liked. He said you can only drink soda or read Yuri for the rest of your life. You can only pick one. I don't know, guys. I think if this option was presented to me, I would just kill myself.